Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Games Workshop. So GW, they get a lot of negative comments and such on the internet. Some are justified, but I don't always agree with all the negativity that they do get their way. But this video is actually going to be positive. I think there's a lot that's happened at GW over the last year or so, and I think they're starting to head back in the right direction. And a lot of positive things have happened, and in this video I'm just going to talk about them. So, starting sort of quite recently, they actually have official Facebook pages. Now, it just seems strange because like almost every business in the world has the Facebook page, whether it just be a single person running a business online, such as myself, or someone, a massive company. Everyone has Facebook pages, yet GW did have, and then they shut them down, but now they've brought them back up. So they've got a Facebook page now for Warhammer 40,000 and one for Age of Sigmar. There isn't just a generic GW page, although all their individual stores, I believe, do have their own, and for events and such. But this is a big positive step. So now, us customers and that can sort of interact more with GW directly, which, alright, you can email them and such, but it's always just seemed hard to do. And they've got a YouTube channel, which they've had for a while now, which I think is great. Some of the painting videos are fantastic, but they've always disabled comments, so you can't interact with GW. And these Facebook pages are really good for that. And the main reason why I decided to do this video was on their Facebook pages very recently. They've asked people for frequently asked questions so they can get their FAQs back out, which, I think a lot of people are very surprised by. I certainly was myself. But it's great. It's just a really good move for GW. Something that they just should have done a long time ago. They've had FAQs in the past and then they just suddenly stopped doing them. And that's strange. I know they always say they're a miniature company first, rules company second, but you still need to support your rules. A lot of people still like playing the games. I enjoy playing the games. Even Age of Sigmar I do enjoy playing, although that does need a lot of questions answered. You can make a simple rule set, but that's when you start getting more problems. I think even with a simple rule set, you can get contradictions early, or things aren't as clear. So yeah, looking forward to what they come up with Age of Sigmar, certainly in FAQs. But yeah, there's a lot of simple questions that all they need is just to give us simple answers, and then that's just, under the bridge then. So yeah, really looking forward to these FAQs coming out. They've had so many comments when they asked for these FAQs, which is great. So it shows there's a lot of interaction coming from their customers. So yeah, there was a lot of questions on there. I was looking through some of the questions people asked, and some of them, they seem obvious to some of us, but not to others. And then people were actually joining in and giving answers to these questions, which is great as well. It sort of, gives us a sense of community. And GW have given us a place to do that. Alright, there's hundreds of Facebook groups and stuff on the internet where we could do that anyway, but to do it on an official level is always nice as well. So yeah, really, really good move that they've brought these back, and hopefully they're here to stay, because it would be silly if GW take them down again. Okay, so another thing really exciting what's happened over the last few months is they've brought back Specialist Games, or they're bringing them back. They've opened up a new Specialist Games studio to bring back some old favourites. So I think Lost Patrol's coming back very soon. Not like excited about that, but Blood Bowl's coming back, which is just going to be amazing. I'll be all over that. Other games will be coming back. So a whole studio now for Specialist Games. And they've bundled in Lord of the Rings and Hobbit stuff in there. Does anyone even really care anymore? But, I like the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings stuff, don't get me wrong. Love the films, love the miniatures, but I don't know, that game just died a long time ago, I think. Which is a shame, but hey, they might do something to bring it back. But yeah, sort of boxed games as well, sort of segueing from Specialist Games. And they're doing a lot more of these box games. And obviously, Space Hulk was sort of quite popular, especially back in its day. Now they're brought out Betrayal at Calth for Horus Heresy stuff, which is amazing. If they do more classic Horus Heresy stuff, they're just gonna be on to a winner. They must be selling Betrayal at Calth box sets by a bucket load. I know it's very popular. And it's great, cheap way to have a pre-Heresy army. And then you can use Forge World just for more accessories and special units rather than trying to bulk out an army with just Forge World stuff, which just costs a fortune. So that's great. The Deathwatch Overkill box was really good. It brought back Genestealer cults, and they've got Deathwatch miniatures as well. It's like, they've really sort of... because I guess they're trying to appeal to veterans, which a lot of people have sort of said they've been largely ignoring for a long time, and they always seem to want to get young people into the hobby and get more and more new people in and sort of forgetting about the veterans. And I guess in a way bringing the old stuff back is sort of something they're doing for the veterans, because the nostalgia of Genestealer cults, for example, people just want them, and who knows, maybe we'll see Sisters of Battle or something. I'm not even going to say Squats because they're not coming back, but more of the old stuff. And with the specialist games, bringing back old games like Blood Bowl and supporting them, and hopefully we'll see Battlefleet Gothic, because that's it's great. Inquisitor was one of my favourites, and there's no rumours of that coming back, but keep everything crossed that'll come back, because sort of conversion wise that was just such a good game just to make stuff, and if they can do plastics for that, that'd be awesome. But yeah, so yeah, we've had these box games coming out, and there's rumoured to be more to come, even one for Age of Sigma, and more Horus Heresy box games, I'm sure, should be fantastic. So yeah, really, really excited about what's coming there. So other rumours that have been going about, we've seen pictures and stuff. They're bringing out these sort of starter box sets to go in big box stores. Now that's quite, it might not seem like a big deal, but I think that's quite a big deal to start sort of appealing to a larger audience, getting kids sort of into the hobby. Now, it's something that really sort of Airfix have done with their plane kits for years, really. Sort of a lot of us probably got into miniatures just by making sort of plastic planes and painting them with enamel paints and that, because I know that's how I sort of started. And yeah, a lot of kids will do that when they're young and then just forget about it and not carry on, and that all might happen when some kids might get the Space Marines or Orcs, paint them up, do that with their parents or something, and that'd be good, but then they might not pursue it any further, but that's fine, because it sort of just gives them a bit of awareness. I think a lot of people know what Airfix is, whether they're into it or not. It's quite a big brand, and GW could sort of have a similar thing, maybe, but even so, it's more items that they can sell, and that's great. I think they're only really using just leftover sprues from the Assault on Blackreach, all the clipped together stuff, but it's still a great step in the right direction, and I think it's only happening in the United States, not so much over here. But then we have a lot more GW stores over here, so in somewhere like the USA then and North America, then they probably need to just get out there in the big box stores and just get their brand just on the shelves, really, and that's great. That's another way they're sort of trying to branch themselves out and reach out to sort of other audiences. And there's something else they've been doing quite a lot with their IP. So over the last sort of few years, we've seen a lot more sort of GW video games. So we had the Dawn of War series going way back. Well, now we've got Total War Warhammer coming out, which just looks amazing. I wish my computer could run it. I'm very tempted to maybe get one that will, because that just looks fantastic. We have the Space Marine video game. I think there's going to be a Deathwatch video game coming out for consoles, I believe. I'm sure most people are more aware of what's coming out than I am, but I think there's a MMO coming out, and all sorts. There's loads of tablet games as well they've been doing. So, you know, getting into a video game market is cool, that just gets their brand out there, and you never know, some people might see the game, try it out and like it, and then once they realise there's all these miniatures for it, they might start to delve into that. So, yeah, another smart move from GW, something they've been doing for a while now, but that's really, yeah, it's another good move, another positive step. And another thing they've been doing is getting more digital. So there's so many apps now what support their games. I think the Age of Sigmar app, where you can just have all the war scrolls for all the units, is just brilliant. I'd love something like that to happen for 40k, although I won't want 40k to go down the Age of Sigmar route. So, but it would be nice if we had something where we could just have all the units rules. But they're not gonna give them away for free, are they? But you never know, you never know. But, you know, for Age of Sigmar, that's fantastic. I love the app, you can just stick a few units together and then they're there just to scroll through for each game. They have a dice rolling app, they have a tactical objectives app, they even just have their own generic app for updates and stuff. Yeah, it's quite cool. So yeah, they're really sort of getting more into the digital age now. I feel like they're very late to the party. But for a company the size of GW, that's not the end of the world, I suppose. They can, you know, they've survived this long. They've got through a recession. I know that profits and sales are down slightly, but you know, they're big enough to just ride the wave. And you know, hopefully, in the next 5 years, they'll start seeing their profits increase again. I personally think they probably will, even though they face so much more competition now. You know, they're still the largest one out there by a country mile. So yeah, I think a lot of positive steps now, and that will reflect their finances, I'm sure. Just a brief word on the competition, because there are some great games out there now, great miniatures, great games, and you know, maybe they've forced GW to just sort of take a look at themselves and, you know, make these changes, and that's great. That's great for us. Competition is always good for the consumer. So the more competition companies have, you know, the more that'll force them in the right direction. And yeah, I think that's what's happened with GW. And you know, we're all benefiting from it. And I think the future is going to be good. In the next sort of few years, I think you're going to see more great products coming out. Age of Sigmar will probably get more support in the short run. A lot of miniatures need to be reboxed and stuff, and hopefully the rules will be expanded upon and FAQ'd enough. And there is rumours that there'll be some sort of points system, which is sort of a big thing that puts people off at the moment. But yeah, I'm really excited what the next few years bring. So I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments section below, whether you agree with these steps by GW are positive or not, and if you think there are any other positive or negative steps that they've taken recently. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.